Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. It has come to my attention over the years that not many people know a lot about comic books proper. There are a lot of fans of superheroes, which is quite understandable, because superheroes are archetypal. They are role models, or ideally, they should be. But in the last couple of years, they have been mainly the matter of films. At least as far as popularity goes, or worldwide popularity. And there has been, some sort of craving of the creators to make superheroes more diverse, if you know what I mean, but not the proper way of making the superheroes diverse, by which I mean making new original characters, creating new characters that would represent one group or another. No, there has been craving from the side of the creators to change the good old superheroes into something that they haven't been, that they have never been. And this has mainly been a matter of comic books so far. Now, we are going to see this in films as well. In the upcoming, I think, Superman, there's going to be African American, African Kryptonian Superman. There's going to be a female Thor, which is absolutely outrageous and ridiculous and bullcrap. But there is one instance, there is one exception in which this is okay, making good old superheroes different, taking a look at them from a different point of view. And I want to talk about the DC Elseworlds today. And I want to talk about it precisely because there are not many people who know much about comic books. So what is DC Elseworlds? So most of you know that there is something called DC Comics, right? And that it has been, so far, still is, a publisher of comic books, graphic novels, right? And that one of their most famous superheroes are Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, and Flash and Green Lantern, and so on and so forth. Well, and these characters have been, portrayed a certain way for a lot of time. For a long time. But in 1989, a graphic novel came out called Batman Gotham by Gaslight. And it was set in an alternative reality, in a different reality, out of the main DC Universe canon. It was about Batman from, I think, the 19th century, who was fighting or looking for Jack the Ripper, who moved to Gotham City. And first, it was not published as an Elseworlds story, which ultimately is a publishing imprint of DC Comics, which publishes those stories which are set out of the main continuity of the DC Comics universe. And retrospectively then, DC Comics proclaimed Gotham by Gaslight the first Elseworlds story, the first official Elseworlds story out of the main DC continuity. Now, there are more, obviously, and of course there are more stories like that. For example, Superman Red Sun or Batman Holy Terror. My favorite is, most likely, I would say yes, definitely, most certainly, Superman Red Sun, which is a story about what if Kal-El didn't land in the United States of America, but in the Soviet Union. It is a tremendously awesome story written by Mark Millar. I do recommend you read it. It is actually my favorite Superman story of all Superman stories, including those that are part of the main continuity. So, under these circumstances, if we agree on the fact that the story is set in a different reality, in an alternative reality, in a different dimension, if it is not a part of the main DC universe, in this case, it is okay to make the superhero whoever and whatever. Because if we agree on the fact that there are there is an infinite number of alternative realities, infinite number of alternative universes, well, then anybody can be anything in one of those universes. DC Comics calls it the multiverse, or most recently, the Omniverse. So in a different reality, I might be a crippled Eskimo. Who knows? In a different reality, I might be a female superhero. Who knows? In a different reality, I might be a bloody fucking dolphin. So those stories tend to be very good because they tend to be written by good authors and they tend to be drawn by good artists. And first and foremost, we agree on the fact that they are set in different realities. We are not trying, or the authors are not trying to forcefully stick some sort of bloody agenda under our noses. And that's the main thing. The storytelling, the story, the craft, the quality of the product is the most important thing if you want to make something. And that includes stories, that includes books, that includes comic books, that includes graphic novels, that includes films. So yeah, I got from one thing to another, but you know what I mean. You get what I mean. So yeah, that will be all from me. I do recommend you read Batman Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Holy Terror, and Superman Red Sun. These are my own personal favorites out of the DC Elseworlds imprint. So let me know in the comments down below if you had known it before I explained it to you, if you've read some of the DC Elseworlds stories, or if you like them, and which one of them you like, and so on and so forth. And that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.